we're here tonight for the Inland Wetland and Watercourse Commission meeting. It's Tuesday, March 9th. And we're going to start off with the correspondence. Review of October 13th, 2020 minutes. Is there a reason why this wasn't done last meeting, or?
Yes, Lynn never got copies into the commissioner's packet, so we held this off until this meeting.
Okay, I thought maybe there was something wrong. I wasn't here last meeting.
No, yeah, it was just the.
Okay. Is there any concerns or corrections on it? I didn't see anything when I looked through it. If it's fine, anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
You have a
I'm
vote?
sorry, I'm not seeing who's doing that.
Ron.
Ron.
Okay, thank you.
And do we have a second?
Leslie, second.
Second. Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I will say, just moving forward, we are going to go one at a time for voting, just to make sure that we are clear.
Okay.
So when we are voting tonight, if we could say our names and then voting, and make sure that we unmute ourselves so everybody can hear us. I just want to avoid any confusion more than Zoom already has us in. So.
Okay. Well,
What about visual? Because I have a lot of people who aren't on visual.
As long as we can hear them, I'm just asking commissioners before every vote to say their name and their vote, just so we could, for maximum clarification.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, we'll try it again. We have another for February, is that February 9th? Yeah, last one, February 9th minutes. Is there any corrections or? I didn't see any, I wasn't here, but I read it over. I didn't see any issues with it. Anyone like to make a motion on that one?
Ronald Rotolo, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Okay, Ron made a motion. Anyone second?
Second, Leslie.
Leslie second. All in favor? We'll go one at a time.
Aye.
Aye, Leslie.
Rick Mangione, yes.
Bill Perfetto, aye.
That's four.
And I think we're just waiting. We're allowed Jim to go.
Yeah, I'm going to abstain for last meeting because I wasn't there for the minutes.
Did we get a vote to approve those minutes from Jim? Jim, I'm gonna have to ask you to unmute yourself. Yep.
Okay,
There he
I
is.
vote to approve it.
Thank you. I'm sorry to be nitpicking about it.
So it's 4-1, right?
Correct.
Okay. For receipt, I don't think there is anything for receipt. New business, I don't have anything to package. Is that correct, Jack?
No new business for me unless any of the commissioners have something to bring up.
Okay, old business, do not see anything for that either. Enforcement officer report. Is there anything to report, Jack?
I have nothing for you all tonight.
Okay, so now we can start with the public hearing. It's a continuation from February 9th meeting. It's for discussion property known as 35 Old Tavern Road and 308 Racebrook Road. Submitted by 35 Old Tavern Road LLC to propose mixed-use development, including construction of an approximately 134,000 square feet mixed-use building, existing pavement reclamation, grading, sidewalk, curbing, parking area, lighting, landscaping, and pavement construction. The proposed development seeks to permit work in 200 square feet within the wetland for replacement of storm drain outlet from the proposed detention system and stormwater and treatment structures to the stream, and 0.85 acres disturbance in the upland review area relating to the improvements to the existing parking area. I assume somebody's here for this.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairman.
How are you?
How are you?
Long time no see.
Attorney Marjorie Shansky. I represent 35 Old Tavern Road LLC. And with me this evening is Robert Sachs from 35 Old Tavern Road LLC and Ryan Chmielewski, our landscape architect from Weston and Sampson. Mike Ott, our project engineer, is just finishing up a meeting in another Zoom jurisdiction and will join us shortly. And we were here last month also with David Lord, our soil scientist. And my notes suggest that the reason we're back primarily is because at the time, the town engineer had identified some minor adjustments that he requested on the plan, which have since been made, and the town engineer has issued an all clear letter, which I believe Jack has a copy of and which we could project if you'd like to see it. So all the points on the town engineer's initial letter have been resolved. I want to point out, because it was germane to the conversation we had last month, that the stormwater plan includes at Appendix E a site operation and maintenance plan, which was of specific concern to the commission, and also includes inspection and maintenance procedures for the stormwater system. So I believe that those were the issues that were on the table. And by way of reminder, and if you care to see, Mr. Chmielewski is prepared to share his screen and recap any elements of the development. But we have a reduction in the amount of imperviousness by just over 30,000 square feet. So it is a more wetland-friendly, more stream-friendly development. This is the redevelopment of the Firelight Shopping Center into a mixed-use development. And it also introduces the stormwater system, which is not currently at the site. So if you're interested in seeing more, we're happy to share more with you, but that was by way of recap and the manner in which we resolved the issues that were outstanding when we left.
Okay. I know Leslie brought up 4-foot sumps for the catch basin.
That has been addressed.
They are putting 4-foot sumps?
No, they're staying with the 2 foot, staying with the 2 foot, but it will be inspected more frequently.
Correct.
Chris Gallo should know what the square footage is.
There's, on the plans, you have cast iron hoods. Are they going to all the catch basins or certain ones?
They were going to go on the newly installed basins.
So all the basins on the site will have the hoods?
They were going to go on the newly installed basins. But we can certainly make them part of all the basins.
Well, the hoods really have to be just for the detention system, so garbage doesn't get in there. You know, so, I mean, the outer ones, there's not that much of a deal. It's more the ones around the basin. I mean, the detention system.
Correct.
Right.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Mr. Ott is waiting to be let into the meeting.
Okay, that's still, he's the engineer.
He's the engineer.
Oh, okay.
So if he could be admitted, that would be great.
Let's hope Chris will do that.
He's not listening. Do you want to text him? Or?
I think he is
Okay.
sending him a message now as well. Can you hear us, Chris?
I have a text from Mr. Ott that he's waiting for the host to let him in.
I just let him in.
Great, there he is.
There we go.
Sorry.
Thank you, Chris.
Sorry about that. Yep.
No problem.
Mr. Ott, welcome. There's a question for you.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I apologize to the commission for being late.
no
I
problem.
was in another meeting.
I was talking about the 4-foot sumps and the cast iron hoods. Are the hoods on just all the new catch basins or all of them?
The hoods are on all of the catch basins that are immediately upstream of the subsurface stormwater detention system to protect that stormwater detention system.
Right, so garbage wouldn't go in there.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right. The ones that you have for the upstream for that were like a 4-foot sump, so the hood is a little bit longer and sits in the water.
I lost you there for 1 second. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
The ones with the hood, could you put a 4-foot sump and have the hoods make sure they sit in the water so items won't float in?
We can, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just to protect your system better so the garbage doesn't go in there.
Right. Yeah, that's the purpose of the hoods. Sure. Yeah,
Right.
we can add 4-foot sumps. Sure.
Okay. In your vortex unit, I don't see any grades on there, but I assume your system's gonna have like a 4-inch pipe and then there's gonna be an overflow. Is that how it's gonna work?
No, there's a 12-inch pipe that directs water into the stormwater treatment structure and out of it.
Oh, it's 12?
Yes.
It doesn't retain anything?
The vortex structure? No.
No, the vortex structure for the water to come out of this system, it just directly flows into the vortex?
Yeah, there's a pretty standard, the discharge goes into a flow diversion structure. The flow
Right.
diversion structure has a weir in it, a bypass weir.
Right.
The weir's been, the crest of the weir is set to ensure that the computed water quality flow, which equates back to the water quality volume, enters the stormwater treatment structure.
And it gets discharged with a 12-inch also?
Correct. Yes.
So there's no retainage into the system?
There's no
The water's going to
detention.
flow evenly. A lot of times these systems, there's a low flow and a higher one. So if you have a big storm, then it goes out
Oh,
faster.
I think what you might be speaking about is the outlet control structure, which is part of the subsurface stormwater detention system. Yeah.
You do have one there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So once it hits a certain amount of water, a higher flow will come out, correct?
Correct. Absolutely. Yep.
And which system's that?
Oh, it's just a precast concrete structure, and it's got an internal wall with a circular orifice in it, a circular opening. Pretty standard way of constructing an outlet control structure.
Is that the one just before the vortex?
Yes, correct.
Right. You have, it looks like, okay. So it's going to go through that first before the vortex? Or was that-
Correct.
Okay. I don't have any other questions unless the commission member has any questions.
Yes, I just have one question. Regarding the planting maintenance, generally, we have a little bit more of a detailed plan on planting maintenance instead of just perform properly timed routine maintenance. And also, just for redundancy, I would like to see an addition that the no glyphosate products will be used as consistent with our regulations.
Any other questions or concerns?
That note can certainly be added to the plan, and Ryan can certainly address your making more robust the maintenance.
Thank you. Yes.
Or I could put together a maintenance summary.
then I would,
I mean, generally speaking, the species, the New England wetland plants conservation mix adjacent to the wetland and around the perimeter of the property is intended to be a low mow once a year cycled. So, and then the remainder of the landscaped areas within the property are more maintained to keep a kempt look and making it appear nice to the community.
Okay, that's fine, but I would like to see just the redundancy of that glyphosate products not be used.
Sure.
Any other questions? Like, is there anyone out from the public out there? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, nobody reached out to me and asked for to be involved in the meeting or to give input, which obviously, since this is a continuation, they've had ample time to do so. So
Right.
I would say not.
And nobody clicked in or contacted you, so there's no public.
They did not.
Okay. So if there isn't any other public interest or any other questions, we'll be able to close the meeting then. I mean, the public hearing part of it. Is there any other questions before this is closed? So the only thing we discussed tonight that they said to agree on was the robust maintenance for the landscaping, 4-foot sump, and a longer hood. There's no other items to address. Somebody wants to make a motion to close it, then we could go and vote tonight, I assume.
Okay, I'll do it. Motion to close the public hearing?
That was Leslie. We have a motion from Leslie. We have a second.
Second, Ron Rotolo.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, Leslie.
Everyone from the commission, I assume, said yes.
Bill, can we just get a confirmation from you?
Yep, yes.
All right, so we got all eyes on that.
All in favor to close. Okay, next. Do we have a motion to approve the application before us with those items that we spoke about earlier?
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do a motion to approve the plan with the two additions which are robust lawn care and maintenance, and the inclusion of the inclusion that no glyphosate products be used, and 4-foot sumps with longer hoods. What am I missing on that, Rick?
Nothing. I just want to make the engineer understands which items you need the 4-foot sumps, correct, Mr. Ott?
Yes, I do, Mr. Chairman, yes.
Right. It's not all of them. It's the ones going into the system. Right. Okay.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay. We have a motion from Leslie. Do we have a second?
Second, Ron Rotolo.
Okay. Jack,
Yes.
before I'll vote, you'll give them that list that we always have so that you have their names, in case something goes wrong, to contact during construction and all that.
Oh, yeah, I have contacts for everybody here, and I can include the two contingent items on their letter of approval if it were to be approved.
All right. Okay. We have a motion from Leslie, a second from Ron. All in favor? State your name when you say it.
Ron, aye.
Leslie?
Ewan, aye. Bill, aye.
Rick's abstaining because I wasn't here for the first part of it. So I think it came out to be 4-1, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It's actually 401.
Yes.
Right.
Very much.
Thank you, Marjorie. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that's how I wrote it. Mhm.
I know.
Thank you.
That's why I'm not a lawyer. Okay, you guys are all set. Congratulations.
Very, very much. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good night.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to our meeting. We just need we do not have anything else for discussion. We just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Ron.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second, Jim Ewan.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think it's safe to say that was unanimous.
Yes. Is that 5-0?
Chris, I'm not feeling the love.
Yeah. Okay, good night, everyone.
All right, thank you.